morning, good afternoon, good evening from wherever you're connected with us from. This is Heritage Global Mentorship Institute, a mentorship program designed to provide guidance and support to individuals, especially young leaders, entrepreneurs, in achieving their goals and reaching their real potentials. Here we come the annual flagship of Thrive Conference 4.0 as we come to ignite greatness for next level. And I'm putting to everyone getting connected with us across the globe that this section, this summit, this event, this conference won't remain the same as it ought to be because we are awakening giants and fueling impacts for next transaction. So it's not the usual one. I'm sure you won't go back as you are being think of. So today I'm bringing to you an honorable leader all the way from United Kingdom to deliver raw out of our expertise. And I'm sure that everyone under the sound of our voice can be successful to this point as we look at the theme of the conference, Igniting Greatness. So, Professor Dr. Queen Elizabeth Lucas Afolalu is a distinguished scholar, visionary leader, and transformational mentor whose influence transcends borders, cultures, and discipline. A celebrated educationist and leadership strategist. She has consistently demonstrated an unwavering commitment to excellence, innovations, and service to humanity. She is the founder and president of Yes You Can International, a platform dedicated to empowering individuals, communities to unlock their potentials and pursue excellence. So through this initiative, Professor Afolalu Elizabeth Lucas has inspired countless lives by providing mentorship, coaching, and most
Okay,
so
I
she
think
served the internationals at these aspects. So she's of no other person, and her philosophy has gone beyond a global citizen, a resilient trailblazer, advocate of transformative leadership. She's raw to the core. So Dr. Lucas Afolalu embodies the spirit of excellence, innovations, and service. Her life and work continue to reaffirm the truth that leadership is not confined to borders, so but is a universal force for empowerment, progress, and positive change. So she's here with us this morning to ignite us for greatness. The floor is yours, Dr. Elizabeth Lucas Afolalu. You're
thank
welcome,
you
ma.
so much. Thank you so much, Ambassador Dr. Joshua H. Adara, the purpose engineer and the convener of HGMI. I really appreciate your energy and your inputs, especially through your mentorship. You've imparted so many younger generations and leaders globally. And I want to appraise you and congratulate you for another conference on igniting greatness 2025 Strive Conference 4.0, which is starting off with me, the first speaker of this conference, September 15 to 21st, 2025. I want to also appraise all our participants that are joining us now and those that will be joining us later to watch the video and also to enjoy the atmosphere of this conference and also learn from all our great lecturers. Strive. I like the word strive. We need to strive for greatness. Keep learning, keep transforming, keep focusing, keep moving forward, and keep attaining. Very, very important. And for us to start today, first of all, I want to appreciate Dr. Joshua Adara, the convener of this conference, and all the great, great leaders around with him organizing this conference, igniting greatness. So I want to say thank you so much for inviting us, myself, and other speakers to unveil this potential wisdom and knowledge so that others can learn from us. I will be with you for the next 1 hour or so, and I will be teaching on the topic that is very dear to my mind, and that is the mindset shift that unleash extraordinary potentials. I will be sharing with you on why this mindset shift to unleash extraordinary potential. And what is this mindset? Why is it important to shift our mindset to unleash extraordinary potential? And what is the purpose and who you are? Because that will cover up all what you will need to do to unleash the extraordinary potentials that you have. Mindset is everything. The state of your mind will determine your speed of your journey. The state of your mind as well will determine how you perceive and respect others. The state of your mind also will determine what you see, even in this crisis or in this economic crisis or trauma or war, or even with our leadership and what surrounds us. So what you see will base on the state of your mind. Are you seeing obstacles or opportunity to develop, opportunity to discover, opportunity to expand, opportunity to take over, an opportunity to develop yourself? Are you seeing making yourself afraid, seeing fear instead of building your faith? Are you also seeing making yourself or position yourself as ignorant or as a knowledgeable somebody that want to learn and keep learning? What do you see? Do you see failure as a threat, or do you see it as the beginning of your success to discover? Do you see weakness always of yourself or others, or do you see strength that can keep you going? Do you see threats all the time and be afraid to come out of your comfort zone and demonstrate who you are and your purposes? Or do you see opportunities to strive for greatness? Do you also see negativity all the time? Mind you, whether we like it or not, we are surrounded with negativity. But is that all what you want to see? Or do you want to shift your negativity to positive? And yes, you can. So, become a life learner. And that is why I appreciate this platform of Dr. Joshua Adara, using this platform to educate, train, empowering many youth across the globe. So become a life learner. So before we move on, let me quickly say this. What is potential? Potential is having or showing the capacity to develop into something in the future. Potential can be either good or bad. Studying hard increases the potential for success. There's no other way. And there is no smart, there might be smart, but no corner way. Studying hard increases the potential for success, but wet road increase the potentials for accident. But when a person or thing has potential, we always expect something good from it in the future. As an adjective, as a potential loses, potential benefits. So there is always pros and cons. There is always advantages and disadvantages. So potential usually means simple, possible. In science, however, the adjective has a special meaning. Potential energy is the kind of stored energy that a boulder sitting at the top of a cliff has. The opposite of negative energy, which is what has its roll down that cliff. This is just a quote or a statement that I've just read from another book. So let's move on. So now that you have an idea of potential, let's dive into more things. But before we move on, let me assure you of four things. There are four factors that can limit and stop you, even when you have potentials, even when you have gifts in you, even when you are talented, even when you have read all you can read, even when you've gone to university and done so many. There are still some four factors that can hold you back, that can limit you, or even stop you or slow you down. What are these four factors? Number one, ignorance. That is why we have created this platform and many, many platforms for you to keep learning, keep increasing, keep increasing and upgrading your knowledge and feeding your mindset and to position yourself. But you can only do it when you break free from ignorance. Then the second one is lack of understanding. Many of us can go to university, colleges, secondary schools, and we have a specialty in a particular subject. Some of us have been to a seminar, we've gone to workshops, and we can also gain more knowledge. But that gaining those knowledge is the stepping stone. The next that will help you, that will reposition you and take you to your next level and exercise your right will be better understanding. Because until you understand what you've learned, you cannot demonstrate it, you cannot implement it, and you cannot activate it. So many people have lack of understanding. Then lack of vision. A man perish because of lack of wisdom. If you don't have wisdom, if you don't have vision, then that you can't go any further, because vision is the road map of where you are going. Where are you going in life? Bear in mind that this life, this world, is a journey for every one of us. We are a traveler and we just have to keep moving. But you can't just wake up in the morning and start your journey dressed up and go out. The question is, where are you going? What do you want to achieve? How do you want to be potential to utilize your potentials? Where are you going? What's your vision for the next 10 years? For the next 20 years? Even for the next 5 years, or even for the rest of this year? We are now in September, and very soon we will enter another year, 2026. What's your vision? What's your goals? What's your dreams? What are your purpose? What's your why? So that is why people can do whatever they like if they lack of vision. So you need to have a vision. Then the last one, unknown of your identity, of who you are, your purpose, and your why. Because if you don't know who you are, then you are giving yourself to the world to use you, to manipulate you. Who are you? Or do you know who you are? You need to really know who you are so that you can perform well, so that you can operate in a high level, so that you can gain your respect, so that you can be satisfied and fulfilling your purpose. So who are you? I know who I am. I know who I am in Christ Jesus. I know who I am. But you need to know who you are. What's your purpose? Once you know who you are, then you are about to unveil your purpose. What have you come here to do? What solutions are you ready to solve? What lives are you ready to touch? Are they in line with your purpose? What do you hate in life? These are all the purposes, these are all the ways you can find your purpose. Hello, you have to find your purpose. So that is why people just do whatever they like. But when you know your purpose, then you can focus. Then you can determine is your roadmap. So what's your purpose? Then another thing to break free from is our why. Why are you doing what you are doing right now? Why are you here on this classroom? For you to learn from this conference. Why are you attending conferences? Why are you going to school? Why are you doing business if you are an entrepreneur? Why do you want to be a leader? So your why is a force to your success. If your why is strong, then you can keep going even in the midst of adversity. If your why is strong, then you can overcome any challenges. If your why is very strong, then you will look ahead and you will have the aim to finish well. So these are the four factors that we all need to break free from: ignorance, lack of vision, unknown of our identity, of who you are, your purpose, and your why. And that is the moment of the truth. But everything in life requires hard work. Please don't believe in some people that says that you don't have to work hard. You need to work hard. In fact, working hard is working smart. Dedication is very important. Commitment to what you are doing. Commitment. Committed to your service. Committed to what you are imparting in other people's life. Committed to your appointments. Commitment. Committed to your present position. either in organization or working for yourself or working for others. You also need to sacrifice your time, sacrifice your time, your money, your knowledge, because you want to serve people as a leader. You also need to invest into your time. Make sure your time is quality spent. Then be honest, work with integrity, and faithful of gratitude. So let's move on now quickly. However, curiosity will keep you thirsty for more. As a leader, you need to be curious. As a learner, the main reason why you are learning is because you are curious and you want to know. So curiosity will keep you thirsty for more. And that's why you are here in this conference of striving for greatness, because you want to know more. No matter your level of education, you should never stop learning. Why? Angie Simama said, and I quote, "A thirst for knowledge is something that can never be quenched and should be a lifelong quest." I was expecting more than many people to join this, but I do understand that everybody's facing one thing or the other. But I just believe that later on they could tune in and watch the video of my topic and also various lecturers and speakers that will be sharing their wealth of wisdom, knowledge, and experiences throughout this conference. So discover what you are capable and keep yourself in a growth mindset and keep learning. Like Dr. Joshua always say, it can only get better. The only way for it to get better is when we are curious and willing to keep learning. Because the more we learn, the more we grow. And it is very important that we channel our mindset. All our dreams can come through if we truly have the courage to pursue them. By Walt Disney. Oh, yes, you have a dream. But let me also say this. If your dreams does not scare you, then you have to dream again. So you have a dream. The only way for you to fulfill your dream is consistently having courage to pursue them. You need to find the way that your dream will work for you and will come to reality. You don't dream and fold your hands and sit back in your comfort zone and allowing your dream to come to reality, or sitting back waiting for others to make your dream come to reality. You have to keep going consistently, building yourself, building your mindset, building your career before your dreams can now activate properly. So it's very, very important. Steve Maribon said that when your mindset changes, everything changes along with it. I cannot talk about potential and not talk about mindset. I am a mindset coach, and I can help you through how you can shift, because it's not easy the way we think, but we can shift our mindset from fixed mindset to growth mindset. We can also shift even in the midst of negativity of what everybody is saying in this world. You can also channel your mindset from negativity to positive. We will talk more about that. So Stephen Maribon said that when your mindset changes, everything changes along with it. And Oxwene Gaga, Arnold Schwarzenegger from America says, the mind is the limit. And as long as the mind can envision the fact that you can do something, you can do it. Oh, yes. As long as you really, really believe it 100%. Do you believe in yourself? Do you believe you can do it? Because if you can believe in you, what other people will say around you doesn't matter. Some will discourage you, some will put you down, some will even turn everything around to frustrate you. But if you believe 100% that you can do it, you can achieve it, you can succeed, you can fulfill your purpose on earth, then you can. That is what our speaker is saying in this place with his quote. Then another one, limitation lives only in your mind. But if we use our imagination, our possibility becomes limitless, said by Jamie Poenetti. So, like I said before, if you change the way you look at things, the things you look at will change, said by Wayne Dyer. So, we're talking about how do you think? What are you thinking? Because what you think is what you will believe. And what you believe is what you will act on. So, what is in your mindset? To know more about how you can shift your mindset to from fixed mindset to growth mindset, from negative to positive, then you will need our consultation. So let's move on. Mindset is everything. If you want to be great in the future, you want to be an influencer, you want to impact into other people's life, you want to be a great leader, a transformational leader, you want to impact, you want to give to the society, you want to see the better picture of it, then mindset is everything. You want to pursue your career, you want to become, you want to achieve, then mindset is everything. Why? Because the state of mind of every individual, personalities, governments, influencers, and philanthropists is needed to change the system, their belief system. So mindset is everything. And without renewing our mindset, shifting our mindset, there will be no transformation and there will be no change. Everybody is singing for change. Everybody wants to change. Every policy, curriculum that we are all setting is about change. This sustainable development goals is all about change. But if our mind is not changed, if our mind is not renewed, if our mind is not transformed, is if we are not shifting our mindset, then there will be no change. Our belief systems dictate how we operate, how we perform, how we behave in the society, how we treat others, how we perceive ourselves. It all comes based on your belief system. Do you think you can make it? Do you think you are special? Do you think you are extraordinary? Do you think you can solve the problem? All comes based on the minds and the information you fed yourself. And from the information you store in your mindset, that is the way you will become or believe. And that will dictate exactly how you are behaving right now, how you are managing, how you are leading. So, how we manage the resources that we are being entrusted, it all depends on the state of your mind, your faith in God, your belief system, your time, your emotions, even your self wants is all based, they're all based on your belief system and the information that you have allowed to be stored in your mindset. So, mindset is the storehouse of information. Mindset is about happiness. Mindset depends on happiness depends on our mindset. Mindset opens to opportunities and living and learning. Mindset is about perception, judgment, and performance. Oh, yes. So, the more important thing is mindset is to transform our lives. We are all talking about potentials and how we can unlock the potentials, the gifts, the talents in us. But then you need mindset. You need your mind to be repositioned. You need your mind to be transformed and be renewed. Like I said right from the beginning, they were surrounded with negativity. We are surrounded with so many wrong informations, either from the social medias, from books, from what we watch, and all that is even association we belongs to. They all influence our mind. And if you want to strive for greatness, you need to now channel your mindset to the right place, position. So, mindset is the most important thing for you to build a relationship, for you to lead others, for you to manage yourself, for you to manage and also promote the education and even the entrepreneurship and employment, all down to your mind. What is in your mind? Very important. Let's move on. Mindset will be based on what you've heard, what you see, what you observed, what people say to you, the association you belong to. Your mind, that's the way you gather informations, either wrong or right, bad or good. So a changed mindset will improve our performance and have better choices to change our lives and help others. So you need to reposition your mind for you to unlock the potentials you are in. Okay, let's move on quickly. So we've been talking about mindset and we've been talking about growth mindset, fixed mindset, negative mindset. And if you want to extend it, we have success mindset, we have innovation mindset, creativity mindset, and other things. But let us just go on with this. Growth mindset will get you to be committed to learning, committed to growing, committed to get better, committed to your position in the society, and to learning, keep learning and improving. We also make them to know life and learning is a process. Growth mindset again will allow you to grow big, push the boundary of your ideas to the new level. Only the state of your mind will determine if you want to stay where you are or you want to change. Only the mindset you have will determine either you want to stay in your comfort zone or you want to break the barrier and keep moving. So, growth mindset will allow you to grow big, dream big, and start small and keep growing. The differences between good and bad results is often down to one thing: mindset. Oh, yes. So the result of where you are now, what you've done, what you are doing, it's all down to the state of your mind. What the state of your mind of last year is what you are experiencing, seeing right now. So that's very important that you shift your mindset for unlocking your potentials. Do you know that, for example, when we're talking about growth mindset will lead you to push yourself to learning, will lead you to be curious of want to know something, will lead you to go out of your way, even if it is not easy, but you are breaking free and you are reaching out to study, to go for seminars, to attend conferences and learn and gain better understanding. That is growth mindset. But negative mindset will make decision to stay still, like I said, because you are afraid to move forward. You are afraid to take risks. You are afraid to come out of your comfort zone. You are afraid of what people will say. You are afraid of uncertainty. That is what the negativity mindset has done to you. So it will make you to stay still instead of advancing your skills, your knowledge, and career. But positive mindset sees failure and say, what? Yes, everybody fails. We're entitled to fail. If you don't fail, you can't learn. If you don't fail, you can't discover. If you don't fail, you can't redo it again. So if you keep on being afraid to fail, then you are not ready to go to your next level. So mindset, the state of your mindset will determine how you see failure. Do you see it as a setback, or do you see it as an opportunity to learn and advance rather than evidence of failure? But you can unshackle yourself from this negativity. I said it before. We are surrounded with negativity. Are you going to stay in there by complaining, lamenting, gossiping, or do you want to move forward and unshackle your mindset and say, no matter what people say, no matter the situation, I am pursuing my dream and I will fulfill my purpose. So it will make you to have the right choices. So start developing your skills and enhance your ability through education. That is where education is very important. You keep learning, not only within the four walls, corners of a classroom, but more than that. Even if you attend classes, the little the lecturer can share with you, they share from their own capacity. But you just going to base your own knowledge only on that, or you will go out of your way, your time of leisures, to lecture yourself by researching more on what you've learned in the classroom. And you keep learning. Even if you have graduated to the level of a bachelor degree or master degree or PhD degree, you still keep learning. That's what makes you to be a great person, an extraordinary. That makes you to be an innovator. That makes you to be a creative thinker. When you keep learning, that makes you to solve problems. I am not putting anybody's down. I've been there before as a receptionist or even as an admin or any other thing. And I've developed myself even to the level of becoming a personal assistant to and personal secretary, personal assistant to the director. And I've also become director myself. So I'm not putting anybody down this afternoon, but you can agree with me that there's difference between being a director and being a receptionist, or being a director, or being a PA, or being a director, or being an admin. So there's differences. And it's all down to how far you can go with your learning. You hear me correct? That is why Dr. Joshua Adara is there to empower you, to encourage you, to train you so that you can ignite your greatness, so that you can unleash your potentials, that so that you can achieve and fulfill your greatest purpose on earth. So that is very important. So will you spend your time on unnecessary things, or will you use the same time to develop yourself and gain better understanding, to activate, to be able to implement what you've learned? The difference between a director or a PA or admin is simple. It's down to the problem they solved, down to the strategic plans, strategic goals that they put on the table. And yes, you can do the same. You don't have to start from there. I can guarantee you that most of the directors of all kinds of positions, they started as slow as they started from the bottom, and then they keep climbing up to develop themselves. One of my mentors always say this: if you cannot crawl, if you cannot fly, then you can run. If you cannot run, then you can walk. And if you cannot walk, then you can crawl. The most important thing is keep climbing, keep moving, keep learning, and keep developing yourself. That is the way to unleash the potentials in you and become extraordinary. You don't stop learning. Let's move on. Let me also quickly say this. Wisdom is the principal thing, and in all our getting, we get understanding, better understanding. Because better understanding of lives, which leads you to better and quality performance and to fulfill your purpose on earth, it's going to be by you, first of all, developing yourself, personal development, self-actualization. You need to know who you are right from the beginning, know your potentials, know your weakness, know your strength, and see opportunities that you can develop yourself, you can exercise your right, you can demonstrate your skills. It could be paid job or voluntarily, as long as you are not sitting down at home folding your arms looking for somebody to come and help you. You can go out there and help yourself and help others. You can go out there and be the pioneer of great things, because greatness is in you. Just as the word of God says, greater is he that is in you than he that's in the world. The greatness is in you. How do you ignite it? How do you unleash your potentials? Is what we are teaching you during this conference. So, I have some few questions to ask you as we move on. You might be free to write it on and make response to it and write it on the platform, because I'm seeing all your all your chats on the platform. So feel free to do that and be honest with these questions. Ask yourself, do you really expect to be successful given how you are using most of your time, resources, and skills. How have you increased your skills, knowledge, and ability or income in the past few months? Are you spending time with people who can enhance and enrich your lives? Who are you hanging on with? Who are you listening to? Do you have a mentor and coach that will lead you and guide you and support you to your next level in life? If your answer is yes, then you are on the right track. But if your answer is no to any questions I've asked in this place, then you need to take action after this conference. You need a mentor. If you have not enrolled to the mentorship program of Dr. Joshua Adara, I think this is the time for you to do that. Plus, not only for you, you have families, you have relatives that need mentor to lead them to their next level. The only gift that you can give them is to introduce this institute to them and make sure they enroll themselves for mentorship with Dr. Joshua Adara. Okay, so let's move on. Strategy for success is very important. Let me just go through it quickly. Focus on getting better. Like I always say, Dr. Joshua knows how to how to say it. It can only get better. He believes it strongly. And for the past 5 years I've watched, Dr. Joshua is getting better with his operation, with his organization, with his communication. Even this platform, it has got better. I remember many years ago when I wanted to do this kind of teaching as well on his platform, we couldn't do it because I couldn't connect at all. And that's, we missed out because I couldn't do any teaching that time. But look at me sitting right here doing this program successfully. It can only get better. By Dr. Joshua Adara. Challenges is an opportunity to improve. If you don't know that, believe in yourself and be the best of yourself. Set a reality goals. Some people don't want to start from the bottom, they want to start on the top just because they've watched other people doing. But let me also correct you in that. Avoid copying, avoid comparing, and avoid competing. Very, very important. Copying, comparing, and competing. Avoid that. If you really want to go to your next level and unleash your own potentials, because we are all different. We have different lives, different backgrounds. We are unique in our own way. There is no copycat, there is no duplicate of you. You are unique, specially created by God, the universe. So set a reality goals according to your SWOT analysis of yourself and your organization. Set a reality goals according to your capacity, your ability. Don't use another person's ability. You don't know how they've started. You don't know how far they've gone. Stick to your own lane and set a reality goals. The goals that you can achieve within 1 year, 2 years, 5 years, 10 years, 50 years. I've already set my goals for 5 years and 10 years. I know what I want. I know what I want to achieve. And I've set up, I've repositioned myself. And I know how I'm going to get there because I know I'm still learning. I'm a great learner. So if I don't know something, I'm ready to learn. I know where to go to learn and to apply it with a better understanding. So set a reality goals. If you like, you can use the SMART goals or you can use other goals. But set a reality goals that you know it is achievable, it's measurable. Then positive, critical, creative, constructive, innovative thinking is essential. If you really, really want to unleash your potentials, you need those constructive thinking. You need the positive thinking. All this derives from the mind, state of your mind or your mindset. You cannot have a negative mindset and operate with positivity. You cannot have a negative mindset and expect positive results. Managing time and resources is very, very essential as well. It's one of the strategies. Be a learner and a researcher. Don't just base your learning on what you've just heard. Research it more, study it more, gain better understanding. Those people that taught you are doing the same, and you also can do the same. Use the available resources to develop yourself. Online training, YouTube, Facebook, social media, anything, books, go to libraries, join the clubs, and improve yourself. Identify and focus and prioritize what is important. Oh, yes, because if you don't do that, you will be distracted. Your focus will be broken. And once your focus is broken, then firstly, you will know your left and right. You will be at the crossroad looking for where should I turn, left or right. So focus, prioritize what is important. I know you will tell me that everything's about. No, there's something you need now. There's something you need tomorrow. And there's something you need next tomorrow. Or even need next year. So you need to prioritize it. What you need in the present is what you need to focus on. What you can control and manage now is what you need to focus on. Multitask, flexible, and adaptable is necessary. If you are going to your next level, you need to be multitask. You don't depend on people to do everything for you. You have to learn skills. Flexible, yes. Things can change overnight. Remember during the COVID, the students will go to class to learn. The entrepreneurs will go out and network and do other things. They travel all over the world. The business people establish their business in a physical premises. But what happened during the COVID for almost 3 years? Things changed. And that is why we have to be flexible and adaptable to change. It's very, very important and it is necessary. Okay, we are moving on gradually, gradually. Principles of discovery. I won't be able to emphasize on this, but as time goes on, you can ask questions and you can also connect. Maybe any of our lecturers during this conference will be able to elaborate it for us. Remember, we have 1 week for this conference. So I will just prepare your mind so that when they start talking about them, you know that it is necessary. So principles of discovery. When we say discovery, what are you discovering? You are discovering yourself. You're discovering your ability. You're discovering your capacity. You are discovering the resources that you have. You are discovering the opportunities around you. You are discovering so many things, even people that you are working with. You are discovering your clubs, your association. You are discovering if because until you discover, you cannot make decision. So awareness, responsibility, self-belief, blame and complain and lamenting free, solution focus, determine challenges, focus, take risks, and work hard and smart. Remember, I said it. There's nothing like work smart. You work hard and work smart. That is the way to do things. That is the way to succeed. That's the way to go to the next level. Okay. So I won't be able to emphasize it, but just bear it in mind and write it down. And hopefully that will be your expectations during this conference, to be aware of who you are, to be aware of your opportunities, to be aware of resources, to be aware of your ability, to be aware of what surrounds you, to be aware of the country or the area you belong to at the moment. Awareness is very important. Do you know about your health? Do you know about your development? A development, if you are talking about personal development, you have to know of the social, your spiritual, your mental, your physical, and your emotions. Are you aware of them? Responsibility. You have to take responsibility of the information you allow to store in your mindset. You have the responsibility of your choice or your decision you make. You have responsibility of the action you are taking. You have responsibility. And then self-beliefs. How well do you know who you are? And how well do you believe in who you are? Then stop the blaming, stop the complaining, stop lamenting, because it doesn't take you nowhere. It will only limit you and stop you and slow you down. Shift your mindset. That's what the main reason why I'm teaching on this program. Shift your mindset and say, yes, from now on, I'm not going to be joining the group of complaining, blaming, and lamenting. I will take action. I will make history. I will make it different. I will make a change. That's how to do things. If you really want to unleash your potentials, like I said, we have greatness in us. Then solution focus. Either we like it or not, either we believe it or not, every human being are created for one purpose on earth: to solve problems. What problem are you solving? So you need to have a solution focus. Even if you start a business, even if you are building family, even if you are building relationship, what's your solution focus? Challenges will also rise. You can't ignore it. You can't run away from it, but you can stay to deal with it. How do you deal with the challenges? How do you overcome it? These are the things, skills. These are the things that you need to learn. Then determination. Until you decide to determine, you can be distracted and you can give up. You can be discouraged. You can be disappointed. Then take risks. Every successful man and woman out there, they take risks. So you need to figure out what kind of risks for you to take. Even making decision is risk taking. Moving from your comfort zone to the uncertainty is also a risk taking. And work hard and smart. Let's move on. So what you focus on, expand. So focus, focus, focus. If you don't learn anything so far, this is very important. Why? Because you will be distracted, because you will be discouraged, because you will be challenged. But when you focus, you won't miss your track and you keep going. Life is about challenges and problems that needs to be solved. That's life. That's how we get better. That's how we get stronger and wiser. These are based on the experience. These are based on the mistakes. These are based on the challenges and problems that we faced. What you know gets you where you are today. What you've learned, what you've known, maybe 5 years or 10 years ago, brought you to where you are today. Now you want to move on from what you know before to where you are going. Then you need to shift your mindset. You need to unlearn what you've learned to learn new things. Maximize your strength. Turn your weakness into strength. Turn your weakness into a learning curve. Maximize your strength. Because the strength we attract the opportunity. And while your strength is attracting your opportunities, you are also turning your weakness into a learning state. You learn how to improve. You learn how to get better. Stop looking for life validation and start living your dream. If you are like me many years ago, I'm waiting for somebody to validate me. I need for somebody to notice me. No, I've break free. You can do the same. Start living in your dream. Start taking actions. Start looking for ways to improve. Be grateful and give back to the society. Be the best of your version. Be the best of you and do the best. Like they always say, do your best and leave the rest. You cannot win the world. You cannot save the world, but you can do your best and leave the rest. Okay, let's move on quickly. So, like I said before, while you are unleashing your potentials, there are few questions you need to ask yourself as well. Who are you? What's your purpose? Why are you on this earth? What is your why? Who are you assigned to? That means, what problem are you solving or you are about to solve? Then who is assigned to you? Who is your mentor? Who is your coach? Who is guiding you? Who is helping you? Who is supporting you? So these are the questions also that you need to place in your mind. Remember also, it takes courage to do something you know everyone won't love or appreciate. You have to be courageous to yourself because not everybody that surrounds you will appreciate what you are doing. But when you encourage yourself, you do more. But when you are being let down because of what people say, then you can go far. That will increases your speed if you get encourage yourself. If you encourage yourself, it takes courage to keep going when people around you don't or can't understand you. You cannot explain to everybody what you are doing. Some will understand, some will not. But you have to move on and keep going. Probably you have to give them the chance for them to watch what you are doing. And they can now decide on their own, either to support you, either to understand you. But you don't have to waste your time explaining yourself. It takes courage to look them in the eye and say what you think it is possible. Oh, yes. Because the same thing you are still saying that it is possible, and you are changing your mindset, you are developing yourself, you are shifting your mindset from negativity to possible. I can guarantee you that there are many people that will say, no, it is not possible. So you need to be courageous enough to stand on your faith, to stand on your ground, and believe what you are saying, that yes, it is possible. Just like me, everywhere I'm going, I'm standing on the ground to say, yes, I can. I can do it. I can achieve it. I can accept it. And I'm saying it to you as well. Yes, you can. Because that is the focus of Yes You Can International. To go into the world and inspire them that yes, They can shift their mindset that will unleash the extraordinary potential. Okay, let's move on. Let me quickly say this. While you are still unleashing your extraordinary potential, there will always be negativity and bad thoughts. But the way you can overcome all this is by these few things: gaining understanding of who you are, gaining understanding of what you are doing, gaining understanding of your purpose, so that if people see you and listen to you, they will know that you know what you are doing. Affirmation, like I said just now, I can do it, I can manage it, I can use it, I can achieve it. You need to say it to yourself, even when others that surround you are not saying it to you. You can override their opinion by saying it to yourself. Yes, I can do it, achieve it, and manage it. Prayers is also one of the things, because sometimes we don't know it all and we are not perfect, but we still have the God of the universe that can help us through what we are doing. And that is why you need to allow God into your business. You need to pray. You need to talk to God. Then meditation. You need to meditate and allow your sensitive, to come to a reality. You need to meditate on positive. What you meditate on will come alive, will be reality, and will be manifest. So you need to meditate on good things that can overcome or override the negativity. And you need to forgive yourself and forgive others. So these are the some few ways you can overcome your emotions and also position you in unleashing your potentials. So on this ground, I would like to pause here because I never say stop. I will pause here to want to listen to you if you have any questions before we round up today's teaching. Once again, I want to say thank you to Ambassador Dr. Joshua H. Adara, the convener of this great conference. So, over to you, my greatest leaders on this platform. Do you have a question before I round up? Do you have a question, please, to ask me? We have Ambassador Toyin Olagunju and others that are still joining. So do you have any question? And if you don't have any question, then I can hand over to Dr. Joshua Adara to take over from this conference. Any question? Okay. I want to believe that what I've said has been well understood and you will go out of your way to implement what you've learned. So let's welcome Ambassador Dr. Joshua Adara to address us quickly, and then we can end this section. Dr. Joshua. Okay. If for any reasons the connection is failing, okay. So over to you, Dr. Joshua H. Adara. I have delivered what you've assigned me to do. Right. I believe he will join us very shortly. But while we are waiting for Dr. Joshua, any question, please? Thank you so much, Rita Dyke. Thank you so much, AI Ma. Thank you so much, Ida Suleima Solomon. And thank you so much, Madam Toyi Olagunju. Thank you for joining us this morning. Any question? Okay, looks like there's no more question. And I can see that Dr. Adara is having problem with the connection. So permit me to round up and to say thank you for joining us, and keep learning, because we still have another section around 2 o'clock. I won't like to delay you any further, but I want to say thank you so much for tuning in, and thank you so much for listening to my inspirational nugget of wisdom for this conference. And thank you, and I pray for better understanding and great success in whatever you do. May God bless you all. Bye for now.
It's indeed a great section. So much. So, Heavenly leader from United Kingdom. I'm so much delighted to have everyone getting connected and for this edition of the Tribe Conference to 4.0, maximizing our mission matter most. So you got to be a little crazy to reach higher goals. Talk about some consistency. Once was delivering that section on the area of what we call Mindshift to unleash your extraordinary potential. So at this point, I want you to don't take things for granted just because you have them every day. Don't take it for granted. So you have to ignite that passion. You have to ignite that greatness in you. You have to ignite you inside of you to transcend to the next level. So release what doesn't serve you and focus on things that serve your higher self. That is very important. Things into result what the place. So if you don't risk anything, you risk even more. If you don't risk anything, you risk even more. So I put it to you for this next level. So as we undergo these sections of Thrive Conference Igniting Greatness, live your best life. So stay tuned to us for other engaging sections of this segment of Igniting Greatness. Get ready for the new transaction. You are welcome. Thank you so much. Thank you once again to our speaker for keynote speaker for this section. I'm so much delighted having you. And if there's another question on getting connected with her, kindly put them down in the comment section then to be addressed and justice done to that. Thank you. Love you all. And once again, convener of this conference, Dr. Joshua Adara, was Heritage. Nice having you all. Nice having you all. The way to share and to get your friends connected to this place. Here you go.